everyone, welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making homemade meatballs for Meatball Subs. So let's get started. It's really easy. I'm using the good old Betty Crocker cookbook. She has the best meatball recipe and I use it all the time. I do not fry mine. You can fry them if you want. I bake mine. I don't like them real hard like they get when you fry them, and it just is easier to bake them. So let's get started. You're going to need 1 pound of ground meat, a half a cup of dry breadcrumbs, I use the seasoned ones, a 1/4 cup of milk, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, a 1/4 teaspoon pepper, 1 small onion chopped, and 1 egg. Now, I would recommend doubling or tripling this. I am tripling mine, but I'm only giving you the single recipe, okay? So, you could bake these off and put them in the freezer for later. Or you can use them all at one time, or use some for subs and some for spaghetti, whatever you want to do. So you're just going to mix everything together in the bowl that I just read off to you. I am adding garlic because I think it needs a little more flavor when you do subs, but you don't have to. If you don't like garlic, don't add it, okay? And now we're just going to mix this really good together, make sure everything's mixed in. Alright, once you have this mixed together, now just mix it till it's well combined. Don't over mix it or your meatballs will be tough. I'm using a 2-inch cookie scoop. Use whatever you want. I'm going to put them in an ungreased pan. Also, if you wanted to and you don't want to make all meatballs, you can turn this into meatloaf really easily. Add a little bit of barbecue sauce or ketchup to the mixture, and then put ketchup or barbecue sauce on the top and bake it. So I'm going to make all my balls, and then I'm going to put it in a 400-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Alright, my meatballs are all rolled. We're going to put them in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. Alright, once your meatballs come out of the oven, let them cool for a couple of minutes so that they firm up just a little bit, and then transfer them over to a plate lined with paper towels to drain off fat. Unless you've got one that a meat that has a very low fat content, then you'll be okay. So what I did was I'm using traditional sweet basil tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce. You can make your own. Mine is all gone, so I'm going to have to suffer through the pre-made. So I just put some meatballs in a bowl and I poured the sauce over it, okay? I went to Walmart and I got these sub buns, which look amazing and they smell really good. And I cut it about 3/4 the way. Don't cut it all the way through because your sub will fall apart. So we're going to put, I'm actually going to do this first. I'm going to put some Parmesan cheese over the meatballs. You don't have to do this. If you don't like it, don't use it. Use whatever cheese you want. I actually got some fresh mozzarella here, so I'm going to do that after I just coat these with some of that Parmesan. If you have fresh Parm, go ahead and use that. If you like provolone, go ahead and use that. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put in enough meatballs to fill the sub, which probably will be about 4. And you want to make sure you have enough sauce, because we're going to bake these, actually 3 will fit perfect, okay? And so I'm going to get some of this sauce and put it over. We definitely want sauce because when it's baking, it's going to bake in to that bread. So don't be afraid to use sauce. I have my oven set at 400 degrees. Okay, and then that looks like enough sauce, I think, huh, Jack? Mm-hmm. Let me get a little bit more on these ends because they look a little dry. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of my fresh mozzarella. I just cut it in small pieces so it melts good. And then I'm going to wrap it in tin foil and put it on a cookie sheet, and I'm going to bake them for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they're nice and melted and hot and the bun is crispy. Alright, so here's our finished meatball subs. They went for about 15-20 minutes and they're nice and crispy. and they smell amazing. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you do you.